Welcome to this channel. Today I'll teach you how to make this lovely design. This skirt is a skirt with a curve in the front and a ruffle at the bottom, a flay ruffle. Then if you're interested, I made this for a girl of 9 years old, and you can use the same method to make for any age range you decide to make for, or even to yourself, to your child, your grandchildren. If you're interested to know how to make this design, I'd like you to watch to the very end of this video. And if today is your first time to this channel, I'd like you to subscribe, like this video, leave your comments at the comment section. Make sure you share this video. Let's get started. Get like this. Then you mark 4 inches. This is the waistline. From this you get, from here to here you get mark 4 inches. This 4 inches, that's the hip line. You get the hip line. That's the hip. You get the hip, then the hip line, then you roll. Okay, at this point I'll be getting the hip measurement. The hip is 26 divided by 4 is 6.5. Then I'll be adding 1 inch seam allowance to get to be 7.5 inch, like this. So at this point I'll be carving it out. So I'll be cutting it out. For all of your skirts, you can decide to put that, but for the sake of this skirt, I'll not be putting that because of the little girl. Okay, this is for the front. I'll be cutting another one for the back. I'll be cutting out another one for the back. This is the front panel. I'll be cutting out another one for the back panel. Remember, I'll be leaving 1 inch seam allowance for the back for zipper. So I'll place it like this and cut it on before cutting it on my fabric. This is what you get. This is for the front panel and this is for the back panel. I'll be using it to cut out the fabric now. So this is what you'll be doing. This is the fabric. I've folded it into 2 basic blocks. I'll be cutting it out now. You can use pin to hold it, or you can hold it with your hand. Make sure it's firm, it does not shift. be cutting it like this. Remember, you add 2 or 1 inch seam allowance for the zipper. Remember, this is what you get. Remember to notch properly. Remember to notch the seam allowance to be able to know where the seam allowance will start, and also cut it out. This is the back panel. This is back panel, and this is the same allowance properly notched. This is the front panel. There is something I must do in order to get this one ready, the front panel ready. Because of the curve in the front, I'm going to be curving it out now. I'll be getting 1.5 inch, or 2.5 inch, sorry, 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches. Two and a half inches. So I'll be using it, marking it from here, from this side. Then I'll draw like a bow all the way down, like a bow all the way down, a bow all the way down. Then I'll cut it out. Then I'll be placing this on a fabric, cutting it out. You'll see how it will look. Then I'll be leaving this how it will look like. Then I'll be leaving 1 inch, 1.5 inch here. You can leave 2 inches, or 1.5, or even 1, depending on what you want. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'll be leaving 1.5 inch. You'll see how it will look like when I'm through. So this is what you will get. This is what you get. You notch the 2. Try to notch it. This is the 1.5 inch for the front. This is the front panel, and this is the back panel. This is the back panel. This is the front panel. To get the flay ruffles, then you fold your fabric in a triangle shape. Then use your waist measurements to get the measurement to mark out this angle. So what you are going to do is, you will be minusing from the waistline to your hip line, wherever it gives you. That is what is the length will be. Remember, I say 17 inches the full length, 17 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance here. So you minus from your waist to nail, then whatever thing it gives you, you mark it out. So I'll be cutting it out. Remember, you fold your fabric into a form of triangle. Then get your waist measurement or your hip measurement, divide it into 4. Then you get this place. Then to get the full length, you minus from your waist to your knee length. Then whatever thing it gives you, that is the normal length. Minus your waistline from the normal length. You have to minus it. This is 17 inches, the full length. Then I minused the 13 inches from the waistline to the knee length. Then I'll be able to get my 17 inches. Then I put 1 inch seam allowance. So this is what you will get at the end. This is what you get at the end. This is what you get. Exactly like this. To make sure it aligns, you do it like this. Make sure they are equal at the bottom. If you have watched this video to this end and you have not subscribed to this channel, please, I would like you to subscribe, and I would like you to like this video, share it to your friends, and leave your comments. I will teach you how to sew it in a moment. Okay, this is all the panel. This is the front panel. This is the back panel. This is the back panel. I make available for seam allowance, 2 inches, 2 allowance, or 1 inch, depending on what you want. And this is the flay ruffle. I'll be teaching you how to make it now. So to make this is the, I'll start from the front panel with the front panel. So I've already marked out 2 inches, 2 inches here. That'll be 1 inch here. It's going to serve as a design on the skirt. So what I'll be doing is this. I'll be pinning it because I'll be sewing on it. I'll be sewing it. So this is what I'll do. I'll pin it in order to get the line. I'll be sewing on the right side of it. I will show you how it will look like when I'm through sewing. So I've sewn it. So this is how it will look like. It can face this side or this side depending on what you want. So this is how it will look. Secondly, I will set this aside. You will see how the finishing will be. Then I'll be making the back panel. I'll be sewing it. It's easy to sew. Just attaching the zipper. And this is the zipper. You'll see how it will look like. Okay, I'm done with the zipper. This is how it will look like. I've attached the zipper. So this is the back panel. And this is the front panel. At this point, I'll be joining the both together. It will be like this. Remember, I leave 1 inch seam allowance for this dress. I'll be picking 1. So I'll be pinning the both sides, 1 each from the both sides. Okay, make sure you mark it out and pin. Mark it out and pin. Then I'll make a stitch. So you see how it will look. in a moment. I've made a stitch. I've made a stitch on the both side. Then I'll be turning this is the wrong side. I'll be turning to the right side. You'll see how it will look. This is how it will look like. This is how it will look like. Next, I'll be attaching the ruffles. At this point, I'll be attaching the ruffles. At this point, I'll be attaching the ruffles to the skirt. So this is what I'll be doing. I'll be pinning all around before I make a stitch. Try to do this. Pin all around. So this is what, after pinning it all around, pin it all around like this. Pin it all around and make a stitch. Pin it all around. Pin it all around and make a stitch. It's stitching from the wrong side. Stitch from the wrong side. You see how it will look in a moment. I'll show you the results. So this is the results. I'm through making the stitch. I've sewn it. You can see how it is. This is the finish. At this point, I'll be attaching the button. This is how I'll be doing it. I will sew it with a thread. I'll sew it with a thread. I'll sew it with a thread. Attach it. It's just a design on the skirt. And then I'll do the hemming at the bottom. Do the hemming and do the finishing at the top. So this is what I have for you. If you have not subscribed to this channel by now, you are not doing me good. I would like you to subscribe, like this video, share this video, and leave your comments at the comment section. Bye.